What if I told you that being single as an older man could be a choice for happiness, not a sign of failure? In the next few minutes, we'll challenge common misconceptions and show you why more men over 60 are saying no to relationships and yes to a fulfilling solo life. You might be surprised to learn that a growing number of older men are embracing the single life. In fact, research shows that many single men actually prefer this lifestyle, with a significant number expressing enjoyment in being single and prioritizing personal goals over relationships. We'll explore the themes of freedom, fulfillment, and redefining success in your later years. You'll hear diverse perspectives and expert insights that might change the way you think about solo living. Could staying single be the key to a more satisfying life for older men? Let's find out why more and more are saying yes to this lifestyle choice. Think you know why older men stay single? Think again. The reasons behind this growing trend are far from what you might expect. What if the key to understanding this phenomenon lies not in what these men are avoiding, but in what they're gaining? Let's challenge some common assumptions and reveal the surprising truths about single life for older men. When you picture a single older man, what comes to mind? If you're imagining a lonely figure struggling to connect, it's time to update that mental image. The reality is far more diverse and vibrant. Today's single older men are often active, engaged, and surprisingly content with their solo status. Take John, for example. At 65, he's not lamenting his single status, he's celebrating it. John spends his weekends hiking with a local group, his evenings pursuing photography, and his vacations exploring new countries. "I never thought I'd enjoy being single this much," he says. "There's a freedom to follow my passions that I never expected at this age." This shift in perspective isn't just anecdotal. Psychologist Bella DePaulo, who studies single people, has observed a significant change in attitudes. She states, "There are many more of us than people realize who don't see living single or living alone as some sort of burden, but instead embrace it as something that we really just love." This sentiment is echoed by many older men who are choosing to remain unattached. But what's driving this trend? It's not just about avoiding relationship complications. Many single older men report genuinely enjoying their independence. They're not running from commitment, they're running towards a life that aligns with their values and desires. Sociologist Marcus Schaefer highlights one key factor: autonomy. He notes, "A lot of people really find it appealing to have autonomy, to not have daily squabbles over how the dishwasher gets loaded or where the toothbrush goes." This freedom from everyday compromises can be particularly appealing in later years when personal routines and preferences are well established. Moreover, the changing economic landscape has played a role. Sociologist Philip Cohen points out that the increasing educational gap between men and women has contributed to this trend. As marriage becomes more associated with economic stability and educational attainment, some men find themselves embracing singlehood as a positive choice rather than a default status. But perhaps the most surprising aspect of this trend is the level of satisfaction reported by many single older men. Contrary to the stereotype of the lonely bachelor, many of these men describe rich, fulfilling lives filled with strong friendships, community involvement, and personal growth. While society often paints a gloomy picture of aging alone, a growing number of older men are discovering an entirely different reality. What hidden advantages are these solo seniors tapping into that many coupled individuals might be missing out on? The answer might surprise you. For many older men, staying single isn't just a default status, it's a deliberate choice that brings unexpected rewards. As psychologist Bella DePaulo points out, there are many more of us than people realize who don't see living single or living alone as some sort of burden, but instead embrace it as something that we really just love. One of the most significant benefits of singlehood for older men is the opportunity to maintain and strengthen social connections. Contrary to the stereotype of the lonely bachelor, many single men report having richer, more diverse social lives than their coupled counterparts. Without the obligations of a romantic relationship, these men often have more time and energy to invest in friendships, family relationships, and community involvement. Take Tom, for instance. At 68, he's more socially active than ever. I have a weekly game night with friends, volunteer at the local animal shelter, and even started a hiking club for seniors, he shares. I never imagined I'd have such a vibrant social life at this age. Financial freedom is another unexpected perk of singlehood for many older men. The changing economic landscape, including programs like Social Security and Medicare, has made it increasingly possible for individuals to maintain financial independence in their later years. This economic stability allows single men to prioritize personal interests and pursuits without the compromises often required in a relationship. As sociologist Philip Cohen notes, marriage is becoming an elite institution. This shift means that some men find greater economic freedom in singlehood, allowing them to allocate their resources according to their own priorities and values. But perhaps the most compelling advantage of staying single is the opportunity for personal growth and self-discovery. With more time and freedom to explore new interests and passions, many older single men report experiencing a renaissance of personal development in their later years. John, a 72-year-old retiree, exemplifies this trend. Since embracing my single status, I've taken up oil painting, learned to speak Italian, and even written a novel, he says. I'm constantly surprising myself with what I'm capable of achieving. This sentiment is echoed by many others who find that singlehood provides an unexpected catalyst for personal evolution. Without the need to compromise or conform to a partner's expectations, these men are free to reinvent themselves and pursue long-held dreams. It's important to note that while many single older men thrive, this lifestyle isn't without its challenges. Loneliness can be a concern, as sociologist Marcus Schaefer points out. However, many find that the autonomy and personal fulfillment they gain more than compensate for these potential drawbacks. Despite the benefits, singlehood isn't always smooth sailing, but here's the twist. Some older men are turning potential pitfalls into powerful advantages. How are they rewriting the script on aging solo? When we think about the challenges of being single later in life, loneliness often tops the list. Yet, many older men are finding innovative ways to combat this issue. They're tapping into technology to build connections and foster companionship. Social media platforms, online communities, and even virtual reality experiences are opening up new avenues for social interaction. Take Mike, a 68-year-old retiree who discovered a passion for online gaming. I've made friends from all over the world, he shares. We chat daily, share life stories, and even meet up for virtual coffee. It's like having a global family at my fingertips. But it's not just about digital connections. Many single older men are embracing the concept of chosen families, creating strong support networks outside of traditional relationships. These networks often include friends, neighbors, and community members who provide emotional support and practical help. Frank, 72, found his chosen family through a local community garden. We started as strangers bonding over tomatoes, he chuckles. Now, we're a tight-knit group that celebrates holidays together, helps each other with home repairs, and even travels as a group. Managing household responsibilities alone can be another hurdle for single older men. However, many are turning this challenge into an opportunity for personal growth. They're learning new skills, from cooking gourmet meals to mastering home repairs, which not only increases their self-reliance but also boosts their confidence. Community engagement is proving to be a powerful tool in supporting this growing population of single older adults. Local organizations are recognizing the need for tailored services and social activities that cater to this demographic. From men's cooking classes to senior sports leagues, these initiatives are helping to create vibrant communities of active, engaged, single older men. As the number of single-person households headed by individuals over 75 is projected to increase significantly by 2038, experts are emphasizing the importance of developing better social services and community engagement opportunities. This shift is not just about addressing challenges, it's about recognizing and supporting the unique strengths and contributions of single older men. Interestingly, Research indicates that single individuals often maintain richer social networks and are more likely to stay connected with friends and family than their married peers. This finding challenges the stereotype of the isolated bachelor and highlights the potential for a fulfilling social life in singlehood. Perhaps most surprisingly, many older men who choose to remain single report higher levels of life satisfaction compared to their married counterparts. This suggests that for some, singlehood can lead to personal fulfillment and happiness in ways that traditional relationships may not. As we've seen, many older men are finding joy and fulfillment in solo living. They're creating rich social networks, pursuing passions, and embracing personal growth. This shift challenges traditional views on aging and relationships, showing that singlehood can be a positive choice. Think about your own life. Are you living in a way that truly aligns with your values and desires? Whether single or partnered, the key is to prioritize your well-being and personal growth. As psychologist Bella DiPaolo notes, many people embrace living single as something that we really just love. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to happiness in later years. The most important thing is to make choices that resonate with you. So ask yourself, what steps can you take to make your life more fulfilling? Your answer might just lead you to a more satisfying and authentic way of living.